Building Trust, Trade and Technology for All is one of the most anticipated talks of the festival and sets a bold direction for India's digital and economic future. Sir, we keenly look forward for your keynote address. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Truly privileged to be amongst such a vibrant set of friends in my home city of Mumbai. Always a delight to be amongst all of you. I have very fond memories of last year's program, the Global Fintech Fest last year. And this one is certainly going to be very special with some outstanding programs, tomorrow's very important engagements. I'm also told the exhibition is fabulous. Truly, the global fintech has arrived in our home city of Mumbai. A big congratulations to all the organizers. I'm really proud to stand here today as we've gone from being merely a participant in technology, in global trade, to today a principal architect of the fintech world. Today, India leads global initiatives with its offerings, whether it is digital public infrastructure, whether it's our own indigenous 4G stack that we have recently successfully prepared and tested, whether it's the fact that India is one of the fastest rollout of 5G across the length and breadth of India. In fact, on many occasions when I'm at international programs or international visits, and I think I said this in Singapore just 3 or 4 days back also, it's a pleasure to use 5G in India wherever you may be, including long highway and expressway drives, whereas in some of the very prominent capitals of the most advanced economies, you're not sure when your mobile will switch to 3G or sometimes even 2G. That's the strength of India when we pick up a subject and we take it to its logical end. And that's where decisive leadership that Prime Minister Modi brings to the table matters and influences India's trajectory on growth, India's adoption of modern technologies, India's role in the future world of technology, trade, and as a trusted partner for global engagement. In fact, today technology has become a driver also of inclusive growth in the country. The way we have been able to build in resilience in our digital offerings, the way our success stories in the digital world are helping us provide service to the last man at the bottom of the pyramid. Everybody today is empowered with digital tools across the country. After all, having 1 billion+ internet users is no mean achievement. And this could not have happened without all our industry participants and the government working hand in hand as partners towards prosperity. And I'm very, very sure that the future holds very many good tidings for you and for every citizen of this country. Friends, only yesterday we celebrated Honorable Prime Minister, having completed 24 years as a head of government, first as Chief Minister of Gujarat, then as Prime Minister of India. It was a momentous day, clearly an unblemished track record of 50 years of public service, half of them in government, serving society with a never say no spirit, never giving up in the most adverse circumstances, converting every adversity into an opportunity, bringing to the fore a society which is not wanting for the basic needs of society, food, clothing, shelter, whether it's quality healthcare, quality education, empowering 1.4 billion Indians to be participants of the world's fastest growing economy, contributing with a spirit of dedication and duty is what drives the Indian growth story going forward. And his own dedication, his own commitment to national good, to public good is evident with his relentless pursuit of Viksit Bharat 2047. That burning desire that today 1.4 billion people are inspired to have, thanks to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's dedication to making this a reality, his vision for the country. I think no power on earth can stop India from becoming a developed and prosperous nation when we celebrate 100 years of independence. And this cannot happen without the adoption of technology, without the digital world keeping abreast with what is happening in the world, without our trade partnerships increasing across the world. And all of this rests on India being looked upon as a trusted partner of the world. We saw during COVID that while many countries were not able to meet their commitments, particularly international global commitments, we in India, and I would say all of you had a very big role to play in that. We met every international commitment, whether on goods or services. People quickly rejigged into working from home. Policies, regulations were amended at breakneck speed so that we did not let down a single commitment made to any part of the world. Our global capability centers in India, our back offices, our IT services, our technology design R&D services, our export of products, everything works seamlessly. Indian logistics, Indian power supply utilities, and the resilience of our people were on test, and we came out honorably, so much so that today the world looks upon India with trust and with the confidence that when you work with India, you are guaranteed of high quality talent, high quality skill, high quality goods and services. You have a commitment of timely delivery. You are a trusted partner of the world. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is something we need to celebrate, something we should be proud of. In fact, it is said that in the world of finance, trust is the only currency that never depreciates. It only appreciates. 11 years of transformational initiatives, bold policies, structural reforms, has in a way demonstrated to the world that India growing at almost 9.5% in US dollar terms year on year, doubling its GDP every 7.5 or 8 years, and figures speak for themselves. 30 years ago, we were a $300 billion economy. Today, we are a $4 trillion economy, the fourth largest in the world, soon to become the third largest GDP. When we aspire to be a $32 trillion, $35 trillion economy by 2047, our friends from the finance world can quickly do the math. And you will see that achieving this is very much in the realm of possibility, is very much something that we are all collectively committed to achieve. The government on its part is taking massive steps to promote the domestic economy, built upon both the pillars of infrastructure development and consumption-led growth. Government is committed to expand international trade, so much so that despite all the global turbulence that we read about, we see every single day, we hear about it across the world. The World Bank has, or the WTO has just come out with latest numbers talking about global trade growth, international trade growth falling into less than 1%. In the first 6 months of this year, ladies and gentlemen, April to September, while final figures will be out next week, we are on positive territory in export, both in goods and in services, with an aggregate growth of between 4 and 5% over the last 6 months. That is India's resilience. That is the strength of young India. That is the strength of talent of India. And friends, our fintech sector, continuously evolving, led by technology, led by trade, powered by trust, is at the forefront of this journey of growth, of this journey of the future. After all, when we launched the Made in India initiative 11 years ago, or when Digital India was launched about 10 years ago, when Startup India was launched, when we came up with newer and newer initiatives like an Aadhaar identification for every individual in the country, when we rolled out the telecom sector in a massive way to reach the remotest corners of the country, when we worked to make sure every home, every farm has electricity all the time, when we are working towards taking water to every home through the Jal Jeevan mission, this focus on strengthening, on empowering every citizen with a quality home, with quality sanitation, quality cooking medium, all of these are empowering a young boy or girl today to dream big, to aim big. Having these big aspirations is what defines India. And friends, I think the current country today is at an inflection point with strong macroeconomic fundamentals, expanding our trade relations with developed countries around the world, focusing on empowering customers with high quality and low taxes. I'm sure you've all celebrated GST Utsav from 22nd September with a massive reduction in GST rates, almost in every item of day-to-day use. Consumption will also get a boost, along with the focus on infrastructure sectors. Honorable Prime Minister is in the next couple of hours going to launch Mumbai's new airport, world-class airport. And by the way, with the scorching pace of infrastructure being developed in our home city of Mumbai, we'll also have the metro from Kolaba all the way to Worli being launched today, and thence onwards all the way up to Sahar and Andheri. The coastal road is there for all of you to see, which is now going to be taken well beyond my own constituency of North Mumbai, right up to Vasai and Mira Bhayandar, Vasai, Virar. The coastal road goes across, two twin tunnels coming up to connect the west with the east under Sanjay Gandhi National Park and the RML colony. Atal Setu is already there for all of you to use. This whole web of infrastructure is going to guarantee every citizen of Mumbai commute from home to work in less than 1 hour, anywhere in the city. And this kind of infrastructure, I don't think you can find anywhere in the world. Very often when I talk to investors, they acknowledge that our airports are amongst the best in the world. And we've doubled our airports from 74 to 158 it was, now it will become 160. Mumbai starting and Delhi in another couple of months. 160 airports. Good modern airports. Port capacity has doubled. Vadhavan will soon come up in North Mumbai. And mind you, all of these are enablers for greater trade. All of these are being built on the strength of digital technologies, modern technologies, quality which is world class. And therefore, today when we talk about India, we are talking about our role in global trade, in global technology advancements. As the Honorable Prime Minister said, technology must be an instrument of equality, not privilege. And he has lived up to this. He has ensured that technology is available at affordable prices. Our data costs are what, 3% of American costs? Or barely 10% of global average cost of data? We have a single electricity grid across the length and breadth of India, 500 gigawatt capacity, of which 50% is clean renewable energy. Next 5 years we'll double from 250 to 500 gigawatt of renewable energy. Another 8-9 years from now, we'll have 1,000 gigawatt integrated national grid. Ladies and gentlemen, the world cannot find a better place than India with trusted partnerships and the resilience of a 500 gigawatt national integrated grid with 24-hour renewable energy available at under 8 or 9 cents a kilowatt hour for data centers, for applied artificial intelligence to be developed in India, for growth of the most modern technologies, from India for the rest of the world. And I do see that going forward, our young men and women are going to be at the forefront of artificial intelligence, forefront of technology advancements in this field. Because not only do we have talent and skill, not only do we have large volumes of data, but the fact is that we have young entrepreneurs with innovative mindset, willing to explore new ideas, willing to challenge themselves, willing to work hard. And this heady mix is going to drive the Indian economy going forward. We will certainly be creating more accessibility, scalability, and connectivity, along with security in the years to come, which will empower our own digital foray. Today, UPI is becoming more and more prominent, not only in India, but across the world. Day before yesterday, I launched UPI in Doha and Qatar, where now it is being used for transactions even in the shopping malls. And we do hope this is the 9th country to use UPI. Compliments to Mr. Dilip Aspe, I saw him in the room somewhere, and his team at UPI. And I wish them well in their future endeavors to take UPI global. Our diplomacy today rests on strong ties with different countries. And I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, the way forward is pregnant with possibilities. The way forward holds huge promise, huge potential, huge opportunities. Let's go for it. Let's go to capture world markets. Let's become the epicenter of technology. Let the world see India's strengths. And the Global Fintech Fest is clearly a showpiece that shows the world how India can empower through finance, through technology, the world economy, how we can make the world a better place to live in, how India will power the world of artificial intelligence, how we will look at augmented intelligence becoming a part of our day-to-day life, because we in India never fight shy of technology and technology advancements. We adopt technology. We become pioneers. We are at the forefront of technology. Just like the Y2K moment was our first foray in the IT sector, and since then we've never looked back. Let artificial intelligence become the next frontier of technology that India will adopt, that India will take forward, and India will take leadership positions in the world of artificial intelligence, innovation, and inclusive growth, powering the Indian economy on the strength of the world's trust on us, on the strength of our talent, our youthful population, our technological prowess, and the collective commitment of 1.4 billion Indians. 140 करोड़ भारतवासी जब पूरी शिद्दत के साथ ये तय कर लेंगे कि हमें विकसित भारत बनना है 2047 तक, तो हमारे मुंबई का शाहरुख खान ने जिस प्रकार से ओम शांति ओम में भी कहा, सारी कायनात भी आपके साथ खड़ी होगी आपको सफल बनाने के लिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. An absolute pleasure and an honor to always hear Shri Piyush Goyal share that India growth story which each one of us are part of. We'd also request all the delegates to kindly settle down, please, and take their seats. Ladies and gentlemen, a humble request to all the delegates to please settle down, take your seats. We have our next session, and our speakers are here, where we have a keynote and a fireside chat, and we'd love to welcome our speakers onto the stage. May I request all the delegates to kindly take their seats immediately, please settle down. Meanwhile, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our silver partners, Minio.io, we have iServe You, iStream Network, Comviva, and Success. We urge you to please come forward and occupy your seats for once. Once again, a request to all the delegates to the back. And thank you to all of you for joining us today.